Okay folks, Brian here from Northwind Garage. I just had a major boondoggle with my last video. I'm not even going to post it because the video or the audio was so terrible. It just was horrible. I went and ordered a mic from Amazon for my phone, and all this is done on a phone, by the way, if you haven't noticed, but I'm sure you can tell. But anyway, the audio was so horrible that I couldn't even post a video. So here I am. There's not going to be a lot of work done on the mill today, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to go on and tell you why. But anyway, all that said, I want to get down to business here, because Thomas Schmidt Homestead Project asked me a question about the remote oil drain, so you don't drain the oil all over the machine. There's a configuration on this so you can stick a bucket under it and clean it out. Just raise the saw head, stick a bucket under it, take the plug out, and I'm going to show you that. So I apologize for the lighting. I know it's dark, but there's a brass extension that comes out of the block, and then there's a steel plug in it with a nylon O-ring. So you can raise the saw head up, just stick a 5-gallon pail under there, or a 3-gallon pail, or even a coffee can if that's all you have, to drain the oil out of this Kohler Command Pro. And it's just an awesome little setup the way they got it here, and they were thinking ahead on it, so that's cool. There's also a fill on this side where you can stick a flexible funnel down in this side to fill your oil up, and there's one on the other side like I'd shown earlier where I made the modification to that cylinder. So I most likely will use the one on the other side, but there's another one here. So with that said, I have to start setting up the tracks now. And oh, one more thing. So I was looking at this, and there's a little baffle on here that points upward. I got to looking at it, and I'm not going to leave this out in the rain, but this just seems like a scoop that could catch things in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screws out and just turn it sideways so it's pointing out the front. And that's what I'm going to do with that. So I'm not going to do it right now, but that'll be coming up in another video. So I'm going to walk down to the site where I originally planned to put the mill, folks. If you look in some of my older videos, you can see down here where it was, and we'll just take a quick walk down there. Okay, so we had taken the skid steer and leveled this all out, fairly level. I'd still need to shim things up and that sort of thing anyway. But I was gonna put the mill on this 4x4, kind of like a little table setup. But turns out I built this for a mill that I was building. I was building a slabber, and I'm still going to build the slabber eventually on the show. I want to be able to make, but slabs bigger than 30 inches is what I want to be able to do eventually. I have an 18 horsepower engine that I'm going to put on that, I think, and we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, back to the Woodland mills. So this particular setup, I need to add another 10-foot extension on, and I need to make it wider. This is 31 inches, it needs to be 37, so I've got to get that done. And I don't know, I may or may not make a video of that. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments, and I'll go ahead and do that. But basically, I got to make the center sections of this. There's center sections here. Oh, see it. I'm going to make these center sections 37 inches all the way down through, and then add the extra 10 feet on the back side here. So I was going to put the mill here, folks, and I pondered over it, and I looked at this situation, and actually the kids slide here in the wintertime. I don't believe I eventually want to get a trailer for the mill, but I don't want to, you know how things go. You get tied up with things. Usually the way you want it to turn out is not the way it turns out. But anyway, if I don't happen to get a trailer this year, I want to have the mill sitting in a place where I don't have to move it around a half a dozen times. So I'm thinking of putting the mill on the other side of my chicken house, so I don't have to plow as much to get the logs to it and that sort of thing. And I'm not so sure this is a good site because the kid like to slide here. Okay, so I want to build a little house for the saw head if that's the way it turns out. It might not be this mill, it might be the slabber mill that I'm planning on building. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. So let's go up here to the other site. Okay folks, so yesterday I moved this snow here, and it was so icy I couldn't move the skid steer. I had to stop. So I got this far and almost got stuck. So I was like, yeah. It wasn't proper planning in this deal. So anyway, where do you see that bucket is where I'm thinking of putting the mill. I have another problem, have another dilemma here. You can probably hear it now. That's a chicken house. The hens are laying an egg, obviously, and they're singing a little choir about it. So the closer we get to it, so this is what we're going to have to deal with. There's a hawk in there.
That's a what?
Okay, there's a hawk. Uh-oh. Look at this, folks. There's a hawk. I just saw a hawk in my chicken house.
You think it's inside?
It might be inside now. I'm gonna go look at the door. There's a dead chicken there.
Ew.
See, it went over there somewhere.
Oh, you saw it go that way?
Yeah. Where's that one?
Dead chicken there. All right, folks. So no shortage of excitement here at Northwind. Just had a hawk in my chicken house. There's the fruits of its labor. Huh. This ain't good. They're protected. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Okay, folks, so this dilemma of mine about the hawk. Does anybody know if those plastic owls actually deter hawks? Please comment on that, folks. I'd really like to know, because if they do work, I might get me a couple and stick them on my chicken house here. Yeah, I just walked up on that hawk. It was eating one of my chickens. So, and they're caged. They're in a cage. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. So please comment, folks. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Appreciate that. All right.
I think it got in through there.
I don't know where it got in through, but Did you get any video of it at all?
I think I got it. I thought it was a chicken.
Okay, folks, no shortage of excitement around here. Just caught a hawk in my chicken house. I'm gonna have to think about that. You can't shoot them, can't trap them. They're a protected bird. That's not good. That's not good. Apparently it got through the fencing on my chicken house. Got in there and killed a bird. Yeah, I've had a lot of predator problems with chickens over the years, so I'm gonna have to think about that one. So anyway, back to the sawmill. So where this bucket is, folks, is where I'm thinking about putting the mill. There's not a lot of room here to turn the skid steer around, that sort of thing. I just really got to think about this because my property's not level. It's got a lot of hills on it, and I enjoy that. I enjoy that about it because in the summertime when we're having a campfire back here and stuff, you can sit back here and it's like you're in your own little campground, and people can't see up over the hills and that sort of thing. So I kind of enjoy that about it. The only problem is we're talking about something that has to be level from one end to the other, so I have a dilemma. If I put the mill here when I'm trying to do videos on it, we're going to constantly be hearing those birds cackling every time they lay an egg, or you know, if we get a rooster, the whole bit. You're just going to be dealing with noisy birds next to a chicken house trying to do a video. So I have that. So I'm just going to have to think about where I put this mill, folks. Just going to really have to think about it. So we'll have a walk down here. This is where the logs will come in from. So I got a small load of logs right here, spruce logs, for the mill that I can drag easily up in there with the skid steer. But when it's all icy like it was yesterday, that is almost impossible with that little skid steer. So I got to think of that too. Maybe I'll get a trailer for it. Maybe I'll just put it on a trailer and put it wherever I want it, wherever I need it. And that might be the answer to this dilemma. So with that said, I appreciate you folks watching. I appreciate the comments. I absolutely love the comments, folks. I thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. And if you're not subscribed, I want to encourage you, please, folks, subscribe, because I'm going to do this. This is going to be going on for quite some time. I really enjoy doing it, and I think that I could really give back this way, and that's what I want to do. So I appreciate your subscriptions. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And with that said, Northwind Garage, peace out.